Hello everyone and welcome back. So I have another battle here by Grodo. I was quite eager to see another battle from him after a really good one that he sent me a little while ago. It's a little underviewed. It's called You'll Feel Just a Little Pinch. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a really great battle. So anyway, let's look at the setups. We have Grodo over here. He has a Katana and a Yari Cavalry over here, and then way off over here, Naginata Monk Cavalry. And then he has 6 Katana Samurai, a Yari Ashigaru, a Yari Samurai, a rank 8 Bow Warrior Monk, and that's it. Over on the other side we have Purple, whose setup consists of, let's see when they all get out of the trees here. I know he has 2 Bow Warrior Monks, yep, 5 swords, kind of a mix of lone swords and katanas, about half and half, a Yari Ashigaru, a Naginata Warrior Monk, and then some cavalry hidden off in the trees, which we'll see later. So Grodo, like he did in the last battle, is going to be extremely aggressive early with his cavalry, and I love seeing that. Let's see what he's going to do here, as Naginata Monk Cavalry is looking for a good place to maneuver. Purple seems to be heading to high ground to camp at the moment, so he'll have to react to that. My one complaint here with Grodo is that he didn't get the workshop, and it was right here. I think he should have taken the time to capture it, if not both that and the sword dojo, but might not even need it. So let's take a look. The Naginata Warrior Monk Cavalry is coming around. His general's running out in front, but he's going to pull him back. Now watch what Grodo's going to do here. Purple is just kind of letting him do it, not expecting a serious attack. Leaving his general all alone, kind of. His spears are starting to react to cover the main line, but Grodo's target is not the main line. It's going to be the general, and he's got a nice little downhill charge here. Oh my goodness. It's just going to smash right into the general. I mean, look at that. No wedge formation charge. Just killed 9 people in a general's bodyguard. That is huge. Oh, there's only 30 men. There's 10 dead. So we'll say 10 died in that charge. Kids, don't use the wedge formation. 12 down now. We're at 18 men out of 30. Purple is responding by sending a Katana Samurai, but his bodyguard is getting ripped to shreds, down to 10 men. Oh man, what a great early action. The rest of his army is just sitting there doing nothing, expecting the Katanas to kind of clean up. He finally pulls out his bodyguard, but it shatters. And there goes Purple's bodyguard right at the beginning. So he's going to lose his Naginata Monk Cavalry, but that's quite a trade-off. Kill the enemy general for 1 cavalry unit. Hey, I'd take that any day. Anyway, his cavalry is kind of moving in a position over there. See, Grodo just kind of sitting with his main line over by the workshop. Don't know why he didn't capture it. He was right there. But maybe looking for a challenge or something. Or maybe just didn't want to waste the time. As they say, brevity is the soul of wit. Might also be the soul of strategy, too. Well, it is in my book. Anyway, I'll just triple speed it because he's going to be moving his army across. Purple seems to be taking up a camping position here. He's kind of moved straight to high ground over here away on the border. Doesn't look like he's going to be moving, so Grodo is responding and moving his army over. But then Purple starts to move. So maybe he's not a camper after all. Going to kind of move along the high ground along the perimeter. Doesn't bother capturing the shrine. Bad idea there, especially with this general dead. You're going to need all the morale you can get. I would have probably moved to the shrine and tried to capture it. Or at least send a cavalry unit down there, because you know he has some in hiding. This is not a full force, so you got to be careful of that ambush. But Grodo is also kind of moving around the perimeter on the high ground. And I just want to talk about this for a second. In this game, there are really no amazing camping positions. Everywhere you can camp in this game, pretty much, has some sort of route of attack. Like over here on the high ground, you think, oh, cool, the high ground. But it's not like the enemy's just going to walk up the hill at you. They're going to take a detour and just walk along the high ground over here on the side. And then you're just going to be fighting on level ground, and your camping position's going to get you nothing, and then you just wasted time. And it's just pointless. So here we go, back to fast forward. Sorry, I just had to say that little aside. So we have the armies moving up, just slowly, slowly, slowly. Purple still has something in hiding. I would definitely be wary of some crabbing. You could have something going through the trees there. And, oh, let me turn off that steam real quick. There we go. I hate when I forget to turn that off and then someone messages me. It's really distracting. Anyway, Purple's still not bringing anything out of the trees. There could be some serious crab action early, so don't get too cocky here if you're Grodo. I think he may have been a little cocky, a little overconfident, ignoring the buildings next to him. I definitely would have captured those, but we'll see if that overconfidence has anything to back it up. I'm pretty sure it does after his stellar job in the last battle that he sent me. So here we go. His Bow Warrior Monks are up in front in loose formation, ready to skirmish. But then out of the trees, here we go. Wasted time with his cavalry. And look, they were right there by where the general was and didn't go and help him out. Guess he was really valuing that ambush, but and then you didn't move him, and so what was the point of that? And now just wasted all that cavalry. Could maybe saved his general with him. Wasted an opportunity to crab through the forest. Just not so good moves there by purple. Keeping his bows in tight formation, going to skirmish against this one bow warrior monk. Now, bow warrior monks can do quite well, even if they don't have a numbers advantage. 1 versus 2, if you're good with that bow warrior monk and he's a veteran, you can do some serious damage, as we'll see right here. So Grodo just tearing into this warrior monk. And now, I mean, look at this. He's already lost 20 men in this bow warrior monk unit. A third of the unit is already dead in like 2 or 3 volleys. And look how fast they're shooting, too. Just going to mow down Purple's force, and they're in tight formation. Look, down to 29 men and wavering already. Hasn't even used a fire arrow attack yet. Grodo's only down 10. So, these bow warrior monks are quite deadly when they become veterans, if you know how to use them. So definitely don't underestimate them. Even if you have a numbers advantage, I think I would still give the skirmish advantage to Grodo, being a level 8 veteran bow warrior monk, even though Purple has 2 of them. It's just, it doesn't quite work that way. Numbers aren't as important for bow warrior monks. You can turn skirmishes in your favor with bow warrior monks, even bow samurai. Ashigaru less so. But I guess you still could if you were really good with them. I've just never been very successful with bow. I mean, look at this. He just, like, destroyed the archers. Like, you watch my videos and my archers go, and they hardly kill anybody. Like, watch Sengoku slide, and they'll just, like, they'll kill nobody. I don't get why my archers always suck. Anyway. The cavalry is still moving up, and they finally reach the lines. Grodo's cavalry, good idea here, putting them on the flank. If they're going to be going around, you don't want to be on this red border side and getting yourself pinched. So putting them in a good position to get around the enemy flank when the battle actually happens. Lone swords are up in front, trying to take arrows, but Grodo's going to be individually ordering them to attack the bow warrior monks. So there's just skirmishing, so I'm just going to fast forward a bit. Purple's tentatively putting his cavalry over on the flanks and kind of in the middle. But anyway, here comes the attack. Now, Grodo's going to do a really good job responding to this attack. Purple is shifting all of his units over to the side, which is a pretty good attack, but Grodo's going to respond even better. He has a couple of units lined up here, the rest are filling in over here on the right flank, and he's just going to send 2 units up to try and take the brunt of Purple's force, so the rest of his infantry can just move in around the side and crush him. Hope that Purple takes the bait and sends all of his force to these 2 units, and turned out to be a good gamble because that's what he's going to do. Responds by sending all of his units to those 1 or 2 units. Remember, folks, if you can, you really need to keep reserves, because if you don't have any reserves and then a threat comes up, you have nobody to use, and then this happens. And now Grodo is going to do what he does best and get his infantry around to flank the enemy infantry. What that's also going to do is put up a wall for Purple's cavalry, who will not be able to flank effectively, especially with Grodo's cavalry moving up soon. So especially with that, they're going to have nowhere to go. Well, it's not really minor. He moved his general up pretty late, and you started to see some wavering there. So maybe he needs to be a little more snappy on his general movement, but yeah, that's not a huge deal. He got him up there. Nobody routed. It's alright. So Grodo's cavalry is going to be moving around the flank. Now, let's just take a second and think. Grodo is doing quite well in the infantry battle. He's pretty much mowing them down. He's got a couple units in danger here, but he still has this huge chunk that's going to come in and destroy the Purple's main force here. So, do you think that Grodo needs his cavalry to win this battle? Maybe not, but Purple's cavalry with 2 Great Guards and 2 Yardie cavalry is going to be able to turn the infantry battle in his favor. So Grodo's going to make a good decision, and he's going to have his cavalry focus on the enemy cavalry and try and pin them down so they don't turn the infantry battle in his favor. The Ashigaru are coming up too. So look at all this wavering on Purple. It wasn't looking too good for Grodo in the beginning, but as you can see, the Lone Swords are starting to waver. They are veterans, but they still, at level 5, they're still not going to be stand-and-fight infantry the Katana Samurai are, and we have routing, and the rest are going to be routing in short order as well. So Green has the infantry battle wrapped up pretty well. So instead of wasting his cavalry hammer and anviling, he's going to go right for the cavalry and tie them down. A really great decision there. Don't be afraid to do stuff like that. Your cavalry needs to respond to whatever's going to turn the infantry battle in the enemy's favor. And that battle was definitely Purple's cavalry, which he had the advantage in. So really good decision there to attack the cavalry. And here comes Purple's infantry line is just breaking en masse. And this battle is pretty much over. The rest of the infantry can just fill in and crush the enemy's cavalry. Without a general, it's pretty hard to win, especially if they're Lone Sword Ashigaru, and that's the whole force. In fact, did he have any katanas? Yeah, he had a couple, I think. 1, 2... 2? Yeah, 2. The rest were Ashigaru, so without the general, I think the general debuff is minus I'm getting into numbers, and I'm not so good with the numbers in this game. But I think it's -3 morale if the general's not there, and the Lone Sword Ashigaru's base morale is 3. So it doesn't take much to break him if the general's not there. As you can see, the morale bonus from the shrine could have turned the battle in the favor of purple here. He could have bought more time with his infantry and set the Great Guard around to hit from the rear. But Grodo did a good job of identifying the enemy's advantages and neutralizing them with the cavalry. And there goes the breaking. We just have 1 unit left to break. I believe he's broken though, so the battle is over. Another great battle there by Grodo. I really like his style. It's really aggressive. I love those early cavalry actions. Caught purple completely off guard and took out his general. I think we could all do a little better by being a little more like Grodo. So thanks for watching, everybody.